Hey, what is going on YouTube? Okay, so I had promised a video tutorial on rooting and installing custom recovery and custom ROM on the Blue Dash 4.5. I'm going to get to that. 1 second, let me turn my TV down. Alright guys, hopefully, I know it's a little bit darker in here than it was earlier. Hopefully you guys can still see me and see what I am doing here. Hopefully you guys can hear me as well. Alright, my phone, I'm going to start off by saying my phone is already rooted, already has a custom recovery installed. I have backups of my stock recovery as well as my stock ROM. If you need those, comment section below. I can provide them upon request, as well as instructions on reinstalling stock files and removing root. But for right now, all we're going to do is we're going to show you how to root the Blue Dash 4.5. This is the D310A. I have already downloaded all the files and put them on my SD card. There are 2 files you're going to want to download. The first one is going to be the root application, which is Framaroot. It's a specific version 1.6.0. There will be a link in the description. The second file that you're going to need is your custom recovery. It doesn't matter what flavor recovery you prefer, as I have currently found in different places. I have TWRP, and I also have Clockwork Mod that works for the D310A or the D310I. I only have the D310A, so that's the only phone that I've actually tested with this. However, it is reported to work on the D310I as well. ROMs, on the other hand, are not interchangeable. If you have a D310I, do not install one of my D310A ROMs. It will not even boot. And the reason for that being is the D310I has a different radio than the D310A. Okay, let's get to it. First thing that we're going to do is, like I said, download and drop on our SD card the files that we will be needing for rooting this phone, and like I said, I've already put them on there. The recovery image and Framaroot. First of all, we're going to root the phone, so we need to install Framaroot. As you can tell, I already have it right there. Go ahead and install it, and this big scary warning is going to pop up. Google recommends that you do not install this. Okay, this is just warning that there is a possible exploit in this, and of course we already know that. The exploit is to gain root access. Go ahead and check I understand and still want to install it, and then select install anyway. At this point, the application will commence installing, and it will be done in roughly 1 second. Once it is done, select open there at the bottom, and you have a menu here at the top where it says install super user. Click that and select install super SU. Super user, for whatever reason, does not work on this phone. If you ever want to unroot, you can unroot using Framaroot as well. There's an unroot in that menu. Okay. Now, after we've selected Super SU, we go ahead and hit this Boromir, Boromir. It doesn't look like a button, but it is. Go ahead and select it, and then you'll get a confirmation. It'll say success, your phone has been rooted. It'll say success super user and SU binary installed. You have to reboot your device, is what it will say. Okay, select OK, hit the home button, press the power button, reboot. Some people are having issues currently with this phone with Frameroot specifically not installing the SuperSU binary, or not binary, but the SuperSU application. If that happens, don't worry. If it says it succeeded, it succeeded. It just did not install the SuperSU application. So go to the market, and after you reboot, go to the market and go ahead and manually install SuperSU. I'll go ahead and show you right there. SuperSU, select, and it already says that it's installed, obviously, which I'm already rooted, so okay. The next step to installing a custom ROM is we need to install an application called Mobile Uncle Tools on the market here, and there, hopefully you can read that, Mobile Uncle Tools. We're going to go ahead and select that, search for it on the market, and we get this. The first application that comes up, this guy, the icon, this funny looking dude here that's blue and orange with the glasses. That's the application we're going to install. Go ahead and install it, accept the permissions. Once this is installed, we will use this application to flash our custom recovery. Okay, now it's installed. Go ahead and open the app, and it asks for super user access. We're going to grant it. Okay, takes a second to load, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items down, there is an option here. It says recovery update. I hope you can read that, recovery update. We're going to select that, and like I said, make sure that you put your recovery that you wanted to flash on your SD card. It doesn't matter whether it's internal or external, because the application reads and looks for images on both internal and external recovery. So we're going to go click on that, recovery update. Now it'll say recovery file in SD card, and below that it'll say in an SD card 2 if you put it on SD card 2, which is your external. I put it on my internal, so if you can read, see where it says recovery cwm.img, that's the one I'm installing, is Clockwork Mod. So we'll go ahead and click that. It says, are you sure flash recovery? Use file blah blah blah, whichever file you chose, whether it be the CWM or the TWRP. We're going to go ahead and say OK. Flash the recovery. And then another menu will come up. It says into recovery mode. Reboot into recovery, OK or cancel. Now that's up to you. If you want to immediately reboot into recovery and make a backup, I suggest doing that. So that's what I'm going to do. Say OK. And the phone boots right up into Clockwork Mod. Isn't that a pretty thing, huh? Clockwork Mod on the Blue Dash 4.5. Awesome, isn't it? Okay, I'm assuming that you already know how to use Clockwork Mod. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to reboot it, and I'm going to upload this video to YouTube, and hopefully it's useful to somebody.